Hi, Alyssa. Max here. Um, I want to respond to your post about the day at the Capitol. As I was also there, I'm a little privy to your insights, but it's good to hear you speaking, and even if it's just in this format. Forgive me while I look frequently to the side where I jotted some notes. Um, a little anecdote you told was that among all the students there, you have um, a mother who also works at a nursing school in Salina and saw some students from there. We had some great speakers that day. One, Bob Brown, I like that he was non clinical and that he had a um, tone of credibility that was divorced from the somewhat passionate point of view that nurses tend to have when we speak. He was still as passionate but very informative and gave good insight into the nature of policy. The whole surgical smoke topic stuck with me almost as if I had inhaled the smoke myself. I'm glad that Senate Bill 457 was introduced to remedy this situation. The last speaker who gave us the PEEP approach to speaking with our representatives was very helpful as well. However, among all of the speakers, Terry Roberts was the most memorable for a lot of us, including myself. And she gave a great impromptu example of policy involvement when she had all of us whip out our cell phones and email Governor Kelly in regard to the professional designation being removed from nurses. Let's see, moving on. House Bill 2600, the Medicaid bill. I thought you prepared a very good, effective um PEEP presentation. Too bad you didn't get to deliver that. Let's see what else. Let's go to the Capitol, or in my brain, I call it mini Hogwarts, where all the hallways are similar and the doors are non distinct and all look alike, and there's very little signage to guide you around. By the way, did you ever send that card to your representative or senator Clues? If not, I'm glad that you got to see him in action on the Senate floor. Um, this whole thing about kratom and the voices that sometimes get to influence these policies, speaking without any evidence base and essentially just up there pontificating and bloviating with whatever comes to their mind. It's just another example of how ineffective and useless this whole political system really can be at times. A little personal insight into kratom. Here in Kansas City, I work on an LVAD unit as well as heart transplant. And we had a young 18-year-old who emergently needed an LVAD to save his life. Well, it might have prolonged his life, but it sure didn't save it. Like a couple of other young LVAD recipients, this child got addicted to opioids. And when he couldn't get them here in the hospital, he decided to go online and find another option, and his choice was kratom. And he was self medicating. And over the next 2 years, he would get admitted into the hospital for one reason or another. And the deterioration of his neurological status was quite sad to see. He knew that what he was doing was incorrect and not healthy, but he was in full blown addiction to the kratom that he could get online. And it caused him to hallucinate and have delusions of grandeur and talk about God and religion in such a disturbing way. And ultimately, this young child died, I believe, at the age of 20. It's a great example of why nurses should get up on the floor and advocate for the regulation of kratom as a controlled substance because it is quite addictive. I can't read what I wrote, but to finish up, I'm glad that you, much like myself, have been inspired by your experiences with KSNA and our NU 550 health policy course. We all know that nurses need to speak up for ourselves, and I would like to see the two of us continue to do so. All right, I'll see you later. Thanks.